What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Man Like Tati and I'm back again with another video. Today, as you can tell by the title, we're gonna be doing a story time. Guys, I know how much you love the story times. I know how much you love my storytelling. So I thought, on our streak of giving videos, let me give you guys a story time. Guys, thank you so much for the love on the previous videos. I see your comments and I see your generous suggestions. I really do appreciate it and I hope that you guys are enjoying the videos. Guys, without further ado, let's get into the story time. This story time is about the time I almost got Facebook scammed. And for those that don't know what like a Facebook scam is, basically it's like, you know, like Facebook market selling, when you're trying to sell something on Facebook and someone tries to scam you. That's basically what Facebook marketing. It's like the same thing as like if you were selling on Gumtree or like eBay, not so sure because eBay is very protected. So obviously I was going through this time like anyone is when they're doing Facebook market selling. Like I'm going through a drought. I'm going through bankruptcy. Like I even sold my Xbox One that I had, like the first generation Xbox One, and everybody knows the Xbox One was popping off. So I had to sell that, and this was like years after I stopped kind of playing that, so it wasn't really too much of a deep hit for me. But I had to sell that off. There was a bunch of shoes. Had to get mom's shoes. Okay, let me rephrase that. It's not like I was going around being the selling bandit and just going around selling my family's clothes and shoes and all that. Like these are things that they didn't want. So like my brother's old shoes, my sister's old shoes, my mom's old shoes, dad's old shoes, like old clothes. Kind of hesitant of selling my own things just because, you know, there's that emotional connection to them. But I ended up selling a lot of my things on Facebook Market, and this was leading up to the time where I was moving to Melbourne. So like I didn't need and I didn't have the space to pack all that with me anyways. So that's the backstory. Let's get into the story time. So obviously, being like a younger person on Facebook Market, I feel like people thought they could take advantage of me. Like I was saying, like I was selling a lot of things. Like people could see on my sale history that I was selling a lot of unserious things. Like what's a 19-year-old doing selling a size 5Y shoes? You know what I mean? So I think people knew that I was just selling things off. Like I said, this is around the time where I was moving to Melbourne. So I had to kind of sell to get money, any type of money that I could to take with me on my way to Melbourne. I did have a job during these times. Like I was working aged care. I had just finished my course actually. So that was giving me money, but I can't save to save my life. And if you're anything like me, you know how that is when you can't save, but you can work, but you can't save, and you just end up realizing you have no money for anything. So yeah, like I was working, but I was selling things as well because I think it was only like 3 more weeks until I was going to move. So I needed things gone quickly. Boom, I'm selling. I think like I had sold my Xbox, like I had driven to someone to sell my Xbox. And I'm an idiot. Like, you know how stupid I am? I forgot to log out of my Xbox. I forgot to literally log out of it. So this person, luckily he was a good person. He logged out of my things for me. And I had to make sure he did log out of my things. I literally called him and I said, listen, I don't want issues. Please log out of my things for me. Because there's passwords there which are passwords for a lot of my things that I own. So please, kindly log out. All my Xbox goes for like $250. Clothes, shoes, all the shoes combined, like everything combined, I think came around to like, what did it come around to? It came around to like $300 or something like that, because most of the shoes that mom had given me, like my sibling shoes, we wanted to sell them for like $1, $2, like nothing crazy. So like people that had newborns, or people that were starting up with the family, or people that didn't have the financial money to get their children like clothes and stuff, they could easily buy it. Like I thought, if we're gonna sell it, it's better to sell it for a good price rather than just give it away, because we could have just given it away, but I wanted to get some money out of it, you know what I mean, even if it wasn't profit, because it definitely wasn't profit. So like $500 to $550 isn't really enough for me to like last like a month or 2 without a job in Melbourne. So I need to start selling some of my things. So I sold my PS5. My PS5 was sold. I remember this was the last thing I even sold. This isn't even where the scam was. I thought I was gonna get scammed on the PlayStation. I'll tell you about that. But this isn't even what I was scammed for. So my PlayStation, I sold it for about $650 because I wanted it out and gone. I could have got at least 800 for it, but there was a lot going on for 800 and people just weren't buying it. So I thought maybe like lowballing myself would allow me to sell it off quicker. Pretty dumb, I know. But yeah, so look, I sold my PlayStation. The guy literally, it was two of them actually. It's two of them and it was one of me. He was just being real dodgy about it. Like, I don't know why he was acting so dodgy when this guy literally has nothing to lose. Like, you have nothing to lose with me, right? You have the money in your hands. If you don't buy the PS5, right, you still have your money. But if I give you the PS5, you don't give me the money, I'm losing. So this guy was acting real dodgy. Like, he's like, yeah, I want to stay in the car. He was like, oh, test it. Cause he brought this portable like thing where you can turn on machines with a plug, but it's portable. No idea. This wasn't the first time I've sold my PlayStation. I've sold a PlayStation about 3 times. Guys, I've reached bankruptcy about 3 times. This is why 2024, I can't go into the new year having debt. I'm not doing that anymore. But anyways, like I was saying, so boom, the PlayStation was gone. Now it's time to sell my shoes. And my shoes, okay, my shoes, I'm not a sneakerhead like that. So shoes, I don't hold a huge attachment to shoes, but there is certain shoes where I would not give away, like my Air Forces, like my Jordans. I'm not selling that. I don't care whether I'm eating peanut butter and rice for the rest of my life. I'm not selling that. But there was Air Maxes that I wanted to sell, and so I didn't have a problem selling them. Plus the back of them, you know when you like put your heel down into a shoe, and like your foot's in, right? But it doesn't feel right, you know? And it is your fault, but you just don't like to accept it because the amount of times you've just stuck your foot in, shoved it in without like lifting up the back. It comes to a point where the shoe gives. The shoe says, okay, let me rest. Okay, so that's what the shoe was doing. Now this is where the scammer almost scammed me. So I put these shoes up, right, thinking, okay, cool, a nice $90. They'll be out of them. They'll be out the door. I paid $180 for them. You're getting half the price. They're not even scuffed and they're not even like beat up that bad. It's just the back issue, which anyone can get over. It was just starting to annoy me and I needed money, so I could have had them out without any worry. So I put them up and someone replies within like 5 minutes. 5 minutes someone replied. I'm thinking, wow, okay, cool. Where do they live? They live very nearby to me. Now, they live nearby, but the area they lived in was crazy. If anyone knows, right, this guy lived in Davern Park. Now, this isn't the safest areas. This isn't no Prospect. This isn't no Toorak where the houses are massive. This is Davern Park. There's Elizabeth, right, in its own section. And then there's Davern Park. Davern Park is a different game. Davern Park is where you're not walking at any time of the day because anything can happen to you. Even during daytime, anything can happen with you. So I'm like, cool. I'm texting him, we're talking. And I'm like, cool, when can you pick them up? He's like, I can pick them up today, if that's okay. I'm like, okay, cool, because guys, this guy didn't seem to have any issues. This guy didn't seem to be a bad guy. This guy seemed to me to be a nice person that obviously liked to bargain, right? And it worked out for him. And he seemed to be sensible. I'll be there in 30 minutes because I lived like 20 minutes away, right? But I needed to mentally prepare myself to where I was actually heading to. I'm driving and I'm texting him at the same time while I'm driving. Guys, don't do that. Or I'm texting and driving. And he's like, oh, by the way, before you get to my house, message me 10 minutes before you get to my house. No. No way am I doing that. That is grounds for you to be set up. Telling someone 10 minutes before you get there? No, I'm not doing that. Are you dumb? I thought about it. Don't get me wrong, I thought about it. But then I had to ask one of my friends, like I sent in the chat and I said, he wants to know 10 minutes before I get here. Like, it seems harmless, but I just need to clarify that this is not harmless. And I remember him telling me that, no, like, don't let him know. Just rock up to his house, knock on the door so they don't have time to plan anything. He might be wanting to scam you. Cool. I didn't let him know. I read the message, I didn't reply. I just said, okay, see you soon. Didn't tell him 10 minutes before, didn't tell him 10 minutes prior. I had the shoes in a plastic bag. I remember pulling to his house. It was very weird to get to this person's house. Like, it was very nitty gritty. It screamed scam. It screamed, you want to scam me. You're not going to scam me. I park up a little bit further from his house. Just so, like, I parked up in front of his house just so I could see the type of person he was, because I just feel like anyone that's expecting you to get to the house expects you to park kind of like, so the house is here, they kind of expect you to park here because the house is here, but I parked here just so when he came out, he didn't expect that it was my car, because he usually expected like here, right? I just did it so he wouldn't expect that it's my car, so I could like look at the at my blind side window to see like what type of person this person was, right? I'm messaging, no reply. Like I remember it was 10-15 minutes and I was getting no reply. And like I'm just wondering to myself, I'm like, what's going on? Like this guy said he would come out the house. I'm here now, like I'm calling him because he gave me his personal number. I'm calling, I'm blowing up this person's phone. I feel like I'm a girl at this point, bro. Like, why am I blowing up your phone? But like this is where things start to get like a bit weird. So I got no reply, cool, whatever, no reply, you don't reply, fine. I waited 5 more minutes. I see someone like in the distance coming towards me. Like coming towards, like it's like they were walking home. Like they were coming from far, like they were walking home. And I'm just looking at this person like, just minding my, not staring to the point where like it's noticeable, but staring, like looking at my phone, looking up, looking at my phone, looking up, like that type of staring, right? And he's got a plastic bag over his shoulder like he's just done a robbery. Or he's planning to do a robbery. And then he comes to my car. I don't know why he came to my car. It all made sense now, afterwards. But at the time, I'm like, why the fuck is this guy coming to my car, right? So he comes to my car, and I rolled down the window, like a little bit, not too much, because brother can just, well, there's them ones. I rolled down the window, and he's like, oh brother, like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, oh, I'm just here to sell some shoes to someone. I'm an idiot. I shouldn't have said that, obviously. I know that now. And he's like, oh, let's see the shoes. Can I see the shoes? And I just show him. Keep in mind, the window is still, like, it's not all the way down. There's a little gap, just so I can hear what he's saying. Grab the shoes, and I show him through the window. And he's like, oh, brother, those are sick. Can I feel them and grab them? Feel and grab? You want to feel and touch the shoe? Feel and touch the shoes for what? Are you here to buy them? If you're here to buy them, let me know. You might be the person I'm selling to. But as far as I know, the guy that I am supposed to be selling to is at home and he's not replying to me. Why do you want to feel and touch the shoes? So I say no, obviously. Obviously I say no. I can be dumb, but not that dumb, guys. Don't piss me off. I know a lot of you saying, no way did you let him touch the shoes. Obviously, I fucking didn't let him touch the shoes. So I put my window back up and I started to drive off, and I see him turn back into the flipping house that I was supposed to go to. Guys, it's a cruel fucking world we live in. It's a cruel world. And you can get scammed any time of the day. You can get scammed on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You can be scammed by your own flipping cousin. Don't go to Davern Park. That was the first red flag. What I've learned now, I'm not going to Davern Park to sell anything. If the guy is telling me to message him 10 minutes before I get there, I'm not doing it. Learn from me, take notes, and don't get scammed, okay? Because I don't want to hear back you guys are being scammed by delinquents, okay? Anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share this video to your friends and family if you haven't already. And it's been your boy, Man Like Who? Man Like Tats, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.